Welcome back. You're watching NewsX. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. Our big focus this hour, 46-year-old trainee flight attendant who had arrived in Gurugram to attend a workshop has filed a police complaint alleging she was sexually assaulted by a ward staff member while on ventilator support at Medanta Hospital earlier this month. The case came to light after the 46-year-old air hostess registered a complaint alleging she was sexually assaulted by hospital staff while unconscious and on a ventilator. Vipin Parmar is joining us for more on this story. Vipin, this is a very shocking incident. Give us more details.
Well, of course, these are the very huge allegations which have been already placed by this particular air hostess over this Medanta hospital, as she clearly told that she came to Gurugram on this 31st of this particular March for a training program, and due to her illness she got admitted in Medanta hospital on 5th of this particular April. This incident, according to the FIR, took place on 6th of this particular April when she was on a ventilator. She was unconscious at that particular time when a ward worker sexually assaulted her in front of two female nurses. In this particular FIR, the victim had clearly stated that those two nurses didn't even try to intervene or stop that particular male ward worker who were sexually assaulting her in that particular room on the ventilator. Well, now the FIR has already been lodged by Gurugram police under the different section of Bharat Nyaya Sanhita Act, and they have already recovered the CCTV footage, all the documentation from the concerned hospital. Well, as far as the hospital is concerned, they have released a statement that no such evidence substantiated in their preliminary investigation, and as far as the investigation is concerned, they are clearly cooperating with the police, as they have already handed over the CCTV footage and the documentation related to that particular case. Well, as far as the victim is concerned, she is clearly stating that after got discharged from the hospital, she went to her place on Sunday, 13th of the April, and she told all about the incident to her husband. After that, they decided to go for a complaint, to file a complaint in the police station. So they went to the Sadar police station of Gurugram and they filed this particular complaint. But as far as the police is concerned, they are clearly looking for the evidences. They have already collected the CCTV footage. They are looking for the person, the concerned person, who have been alleged for this particular sexual assault against this particular trainee air hostess admitted there in Medanta hospital.
Absolutely. Stay with us. In fact, we're also, in fact, now being joined at this point on the broadcast by ACP Ved Bhushan from the Delhi Police. ACP Ved Bhushan, your first reaction to this shocker, and what action now would you urge to be taken?
Uday, it's a very serious allegation against a very known hospital not only in Delhi, in Gurugram, but across India. And allegations are so shocking because the patient was under the due care and protection of hospital on a particular doctor or particular nurse. Now the situation is very serious because her statement is already recorded before a metropolitan magistrate or judicial officer. And moreover, investigation is going on. Now it's on the part of hospital or the doctor or the nurses because as per new Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, burden of proof lies on the accused. He will have to prove beyond doubt that he is not responsible for any molestation or attempt of rape against this patient, against this air hostess. It's a very serious allegation. However, there are a lot of times earlier also such allegations were leveled against the hospital, very big hospitals, or you can say government hospital, but it's to be investigated thoroughly so that trust of the patients, of the ill person, could be established beyond doubt, because it's the responsibility of the hospital to conduct some internal inquiry, who was present on the duty, CCTV footage, duty roster, everything will speak, and it must be clear, crystal clear by the hospital, so that the trust on this hospital could be restored. It is because lot of expert opinion that the person was telling CCTV footage and all the details already taken by the Sadar Bazaar police station of Gurgaon. Lot of expert opinion to be taken, the patient again to be medically examined, her mental state, her illness, treatment given to her, doses, medicine given to her is still to be examined by the police during conducting investigation. But I can say it's a very serious allegation, and it must be investigated thoroughly by some specialized police officer under the proper medical, because it needs some medical expert also with the investigating officer, because there are a lot of new laws in India who clearly, just like Consumer Protection Act or tort says that if your patient is under your treatment, it is your liability to give her or her best treatment. And but in this case it's a very serious allegation. The air hostess is a very educated girl, is supposed to be, and she's labeling very serious allegation. Uday, it needs to be thoroughly investigated so that the truth came out, what went wrong. Over to you, Uday.
Archana Dhawan, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, I think we're having trouble there with Archana Dhawan's connection, but Dr. Kapil Kakkar, psychologist, also is joining us live. Dr. Kakkar, this is really a shocking incident which is being reported. The flight attendant has alleged sexual assault while she was in hospital, while she was in ICU on the ventilator. Now come out and said this has left her very disturbed.
No, absolutely. See, this is a double whammy for her, because somebody who is on a ventilator is already in a very traumatic state of mind. And when we see that someone has alleged sexually assaulting her, somebody in a semi-conscious state, who cannot even talk, who cannot scream, who cannot ask for help, but just lays like a vegetable, because she is unconscious, more of unconscious. This basically is going to leave a long time scar on her, and it is good that she has come out, because fighting this with the system, with Vedanta, would perhaps somewhere help her cure her agony and whatever she has emotionally gone through or she would be going through. Because it is absolutely shocking that in a hospital, which is supposed to be one of the safest places from where people recover and they go back home, and this is mentally what each one of us expect, and then there's something like this which happens, which is totally out of blue, that no one would have expected something like this. So it is a great shocker for the husband, for the family, even for their future. And I think unless and until they don't get justice, that scar would not heal. But as far as the present condition is concerned, I would like to compliment them that even after 2 days, the girl had the courage to come out and speak against an hospital like Vedanta. To my knowledge, Vedanta has been in some sort of controversy. At times it has been covered by media, but mostly it has not been covered by media, and that is the high-handedness normally hospitals have, that they tend to get or wriggle out of it. But in this case, fortunately, this girl has stood her ground. She's wanting to fight the system, and I'm sure that she would prove what she is saying, in the sense that what has gone to her. So this is absolutely shocking, because in a state like a hospital where you are supposed to get healed, where you are supposed to get recovered, and somebody on a ventilator, this also shows the accused state of mind. So he's more of a desperate guy, a criminal bent of mind, and he is very dangerous to the society. Now, I don't know what is the recruitment process of such hospitals, what is the observation and the monitoring level of such hospitals, that if what that lady is saying what is true, which I think it might be, otherwise she would not have made this allegation. This also shows how brittle the entire system, the hospital itself is, the administration is. Perhaps there are no psychological tests being done. There is no time-to-time monitoring on these people's own mental health is being done, because this is rather surprising. And abnormal behavior like this has not been observed by anyone in the hospital of the guy who has been accused of such a heinous crime.
All right, more breaking news meanwhile coming in. The 46-year-old woman reportedly had fallen ill after a swim in the hospital in her hotel. She arrived in the city to attend a workshop as per investigation. She had arrived in Gurugram on the 31st of March for a training program by an airlines operator in Darbaripur, Sector 75 of Gurugram. Vipin Parmar is live with us. Vipin, we're getting information as to how she had fallen ill in the first place. When did she come to Gurugram? How did she fall ill, Vipin?
Well, on 31st of this particular March, what she had written in her particular FIR that she came to Gurugram for a training program by the airline she's training with. So the training program was scheduled. She came to Gurugram along with her husband, and on 5th of this particular April, she fell ill, and after that her husband took her to Medanta hospital where she was admitted. Well, her condition was worsening, so the hospital staff, they put her on a ventilator where she was unconscious at that particular time. But on 6th of this particular April, in the concerned FIR, she had clearly mentioned about the incident which had taken place inside that particular ward on that particular ventilator, when a male staff, working in that particular ward, tried to touch her body parts, the private parts of the female training air hostess in that particular hospital. Well, in her particular complaint, clearly also it's written there that two of the female nurses were present at that particular time, and she was unable to do anything, as she was not in a state to even move or to utter a single word from her mouth, as she was really very sick. So this incident have taken place on 6th of this particular April, when she told this about this incident, that she was sexually assaulted by a male hospital staff member. Her husband had shifted her to some other hospital. When they called their legal advisor, the legal advisor suggested them to go to a police station to lodge a official complaint about the incident. When this couple decided to go to the police station in accompanying with their legal advisor, they filed this particular complaint. But as far as the police is concerned, they definitely cause when a patient is being kept on a ventilator, that is a total separate ward, and your staff is a separate staff is being allocated to those wards. So definitely the list have already been taken by the Haryana police, the Gurugram police. The concerned police station is looking for those names who were present on that particular day, who were working in that particular ward. So who was that particular male staff who sexually assaulted this particular 46 years old intern air hostess. Also, if we talk about the police, they have already recovered the CCTV footage, all the documentation related to her admission in the concerned private hospital. But as far as the family of the victim is concerned, they have already launched the complaint. Now police is investigating the matter. Also, the private hospital have lodged, issued a statement through a letter that they have inquired this particular matter internally, but in their preliminary investigation, they haven't found any sort of evidence or any sort of reality in these particular allegations. And they have already also stated that they have already provided the CCTV footage, the documentation to the police, and they are also cooperating with the victim family, also with the police, who is which are investigating this particular matter. So we have to wait and see that how.
Absolutely. Archana Dhawan, senior doctor, is also joining us now on the broadcast.